Alright, so what's up non-microtransactions buyers? Today we got new information regarding PlayStation 5 and honestly it has been quite some time since we got any information on it, right? And today the information is looking pretty good. Like the first thing that I want to talk about is the reveal. We're hearing that it's gonna be revealed in February of 2020 and we're hearing that Activision will be there. And if you're subscribed to this channel, you know that Activision is my favorite company on planet Earth. And EA is gonna be there, my second favorite company on planet Earth. And these are leaks. I do want to clarify this, but it is coming from a pretty good source. And we're also hearing that PlayStation 5 is gonna be almost as good as the RTX 2080, and that is coming from a very good and reliable source. And therefore, I kind of believe it. But does that mean you should take the highway? You should let your dogs out? Absolutely not. And with that, let's cut the smash that like button and let's Sony pony into these leaks. Now this first leak is looking pretty good, and I'm gonna throw a couple of pictures on the screen just to give you guys the context and all that. It is coming from this guy right here. Don't want to assume this person's gender or anything like that, but it is coming from this guy, and he has leaked a lot of stuff. Like he has leaked that there will be a Stranding launch trailer, The Last of Us Part 2, and we're gonna have its trailer, and its release date is set for May 2020, and we have been hearing February and May 2020 for this, right? So I kind of, I low-key believe it, but I'm gonna summarize everything for you right now. Sony will be hosting its PlayStation 5 meeting event on 12th of February 2020, where the company will showcase the console. The event will be attended by media and software houses including Activision, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and EA Games. And we do know that these are the companies that like getting schlongs involved. They like finessing the customers, and I'm very proud and humble when I say this, that I am the longest running champion when it comes to not buying microtransactions at all. And honestly, I don't even want to challenge any of you because I know that you will lose. You will end up buying those microtransactions, and I'm hoping that this kind of motivates you to not buy them microtransactions. But I am holding that world championship when it comes to not buying any micro. And the aim of this event is to present the future of Sony PlayStation to the whole world, with the main focus being the PS5 reveal. And Sony also plans on readjusting its marketing approach for The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, which will be the two big titles for this event. So we're gonna hear about them, and it's probably gonna be on the PS4 and PS5 at the same time. These are gonna be the launch titles, and this PlayStation meeting will host a reveal of a new PlayStation VR 2 prototype, and the PSVR 2 is set to be released in 2021. And obviously the reason they don't want to be releasing at the same time is because of the price tag, and we're hearing some spicy price tags that I want to talk about in just a sec. The reason they're not going to be releasing PSVR 2 is because A, they do not want to overwhelm the viewer and the customer, and B, the price is going to be premium. Okay, so they do not want to be, going after the wallets, even though they want to go after the wallets, but they want to do it in a non-Activision and non-EA way. And the roadmap for the PS5 launch seems quite solid. Sony plans on announcing the console in February 2020 with the release date that is gonna be really like soon afterwards. We could see the console release as soon as September 2020 if they want to beat Microsoft to the market. And honestly, prior to Sony confirming the next gen PlayStation, we have been hearing leaks like, hey, it's either gonna come out holiday 2020 or like summer 2020, and this leak tends to support summer 2020 leak. And honestly, even if this leak is true, everything is subject to change, so do not take the highway just yet, guys. On the other hand though, we're hearing that PlayStation 5 to be almost as powerful as their RTX 2080, CPU to be clocked at 2 gigahertz, and this is a leak, and honestly it is coming from a pretty reliable source, Komachi. And I'm not sure if you have heard this username before or not. I've heard this countless amount of times, and I do not know like who the person is behind this account, I'll be real, but I hear this like every now and then, and according to like other sources, this is a pretty reliable guy. I'm not sure about this guy, but other sources that I know are saying that this is a pretty credible guy. I'm just trying to keep it real with you. And according to this leak and report, Komachi leaked Oberon sample clocks, which is assumed to be the same as Ariel and Gonzalo, both considered to be the name of the APU for the PlayStation 5. The Gen 2 number is extremely high, although it doesn't look that high to me. I'm not sure, man, but this report says that it is extremely high, and it would put the console ahead of the AMD Navi 5700 GPU and almost on par with the RTX 2080 in terms of power. Now, I do understand the RTX 2080, but other than that, I do not understand like AMD Navi 5700 CPU. If any of you who are like in the league of PC Master Race, definitely enlighten me in the comments below. But RTX 2080, bro, that's like the latest GPU in the market. It doesn't say TI though, it just says RTX 2080, so you know, kind of sus here, you know, but at the same time, this is very, very good, and this equates to 9.2 teraflops on the RDNA architecture, or roughly 14 teraflops on the GCN architecture, aka over double the power of the X1X almost RTX 2080 power, and that is pretty good for a console. But at the same time though, I'm impressed, like, don't get me wrong, but the thing is that this console is gonna be coming out next year, and by that time we're probably gonna have like 1080 Ti, and you gotta keep in mind that it's gonna come out next year, and obviously it's gonna, you know, be the current console for at least, let's say, 5 years, and then we might get PS5 Pro, and then 2-3 years after that, let's say in 8 years from now or 9 years from now, that's when we're gonna get PlayStation 6. But I tend to believe that in the future we're gonna get consoles on a faster rate, but that's just me. But my point being, it's gonna be outdated very soon. It's not really gonna be like mega outdated. Let's say in 2-3 years time, it's definitely gonna be outdated, but it's not gonna be like mega outdated. And we gotta keep in mind that this console is not like a computer. It is like a computer, but it's not a computer. Basically, it's just gonna be designed for gaming, and you know, it's gonna be prioritizing its tech for gaming. So yeah, a PC will get outdated fast, but not a console. But at the same time though, I'm not sure. Mine is kind of blown, but not blown at the same time. That's basically what I'm trying to say. On the other hand though, we're hearing that the CPU is based on the 3rd generation of AMD Ryzen line, which we have heard countless times, and contains 8 cores of the company's new 7nm Zen 2 micro architecture. The GPU, a custom variant of Radeon's Navi family, and it will support ray tracing, a technique that model of the travel of the light to simulate complex interaction in 3D environments. That's what we're hearing. And on the other hand though, I want to talk about the price, because I'm not sure though. I believe I watched a video from Review Tech USA, and he made a video and he kind of presented an article, and I believe it was legit, but I could be wrong. But basically we heard the fact that PlayStation 5 or the next gen PlayStation have went on pre-order, but that was like a special case where if you put a grand, $1,000 US, you will be able to secure a place. So a grand was the pre-order price, but obviously that wasn't like the real unit price. I suppose that the reason they put it up for a grand is because what if PlayStation 5 costs a grand? But honestly, it's not gonna cost us a grand. Like, that would be a low IQ move by Sony, and I'm sure they're not gonna go that far. They're not gonna get their schlongs involved like that, right? So I'm pretty sure it's not gonna cost us a grand, but it was like a special case, right? But a lot of analysts, I believe that Patrick guy said that it's gonna cost somewhere around $800, and I believe that he didn't specifically said or clearly said it's gonna cost $800, but I believe he said that the amount of specs that are gonna be included in this console, it's definitely gonna be $800 or plus, right? So I believe that's why he was, and I personally really believe that it's gonna be $599 or $499. $499 sounds pretty good. $599, yeah, it's gonna be going in the high end tier, but I'm pretty sure people wouldn't mind paying $599 if the console like is the 8th wonder of the world, right? Like, if the graphics are looking more godly than God himself, then obviously a lot of people will be like, you know what, let me go ahead and place a pre-order. Basically, in other words, if the console is looking good, people wouldn't have problem with it, right? And we're also hearing that, according to this guy, he also says the email also communicates how Sony's marketing team has decided to focus in particular the software promotion resources of the coming months exclusively on its next 2 top titles, Death Stranding and The Last of Us Part 2, and to concentrate the marketing promotion resources of Ghost of Tsushima for the next event scheduled by the company's top management, the PlayStation Meeting 2020. And I honestly thought that we're gonna have a reveal like after E3, and E3 has long been gone. I thought that it's gonna be coming out somewhere around this time, but it looks like that it's gonna be next year, although this is just a leak, and who knows, it might be revealed this year. And one thing is for sure, that Sony is gonna deliver. they are gonna deliver, and I'm a Sony pony. And honestly, I'm really hoping that Xbox and Microsoft delivers too, because that means competition, and a healthy competition is definitely gonna help. And you know what, I'm gonna throw my bias out of the window. I don't want to be biased towards PlayStation, even though that's the console I own, but hear me out, right? Like, I really think that Sony is gonna have a leg up when it comes to having exclusive games, right? Like, Sony always delivers. We got God of War, we got Uncharted, Last of Us. Like, these are the games that are single-handedly gonna take down Xbox. And obviously we got Ghost of Tsushima coming out. I'm personally not really into the game, but when I saw the gameplay, it looked pretty good, and who knows, I might even get it once they show more. Sony got Naughty Dog, Santa Monica, and countless other studios, and obviously they also have the rights to have DLCs early for Call of Duty, so that's a big title we already know, right? Modern Warfare is gonna have early DLC like 7 days early on PlayStation 4, and obviously, like, in the future, who knows, they might extend the contract, they might not. My point being that even if the hardware of the next gen Xbox is strong, they really need like quality exclusive games, because that's what's gonna bring a lot of people in, and I'm really hoping that's where Microsoft focuses, and it looks like that they're gonna focus. I think that they realize, but that's what I think, and it might not be true, so we really have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos on the screen, and I will see you in the next one.